Hello, my name is Matt. Welcome to Unbearable 73. Recently, Salty Texas C interviewed quite a few of us from our wolf pack, and one of the questions he asked was, when did I realize that this was not going to be a faithful adaptation of the Wheel of Time, in regards to the recent Amazoff Wheel of Time adaptation? And in a moment, while I remembered that it was like seconds in and before even the woke element came up, I couldn't for the life of me remember the exact phrasing. So now, no, this video contains book spoilers, complete, utter book spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled by the ending of the series, repeat, the ending of the series, stop right now, file this away, and wait till you finish reading them all. Okay? Again, complete series spoilers right here. So first, let me play the clip with Winter was Salty, so we know where all this started.
How far in was when Moraine read the opener? And I can't remember the exact phrasing, but it was the men thing just tipped me off because of the bad. Like I said, my biggest thing isn't the woke, it's the bad writing. The woke is bad, but the bad writing is worse. Something in the right before she said that, the way she phrased something, I was like, did Judkins actually read these books? I said to myself. Then I heard the men thing, and I was like, what the hell are we gonna get? This is gonna be worse than I even thought it would be.
Okay, now that's the reference to what got me thinking about. I had to go back and look. What was the exact thing that she said that blew my mind? So now I'm going to play the opening to the Wheel of Time that what fake Moraine reads. Okay, I'm going to I'll put it on the screen too, so you can read along with it.
The world is broken. Many, many years ago, men who were born with great
the
power
timings right next to
believed
it,
they
by the
could
way.
cage darkness itself. The arrogance.
I'll play twice so you can hear it.
The world is broken. Many, many years ago, men who were born with great power believed they could cage darkness itself. The arrogance.
Okay, so the world is broken. Many, many years ago, men who were born with great power believed that they could cage darkness itself. 7 seconds into 15. The arrogance. 16 seconds. Almost everyone I know harps on what she said 16 seconds and focus on the woke bullshit that was introduced and generally speaking present in almost every scene in the show. Essentially, she's blaming men for their arrogance in causing this. Okay? And I will give a little bit of proper credit. There was one scene in all episodes I thought was okay. It was that battle with Moraine and Land versus the Trollocs. The rest of the battle where the women looked fierce and the men looked stupid, except for Land and Tam, was stupid. But I will give like 1/10 of credit because that little 5 minutes of Land and Moraine fighting Trollocs was okay. So, that being said, almost everyone misses the importance of our second sentence. Okay? Now I'm going to read it again. Many, many years ago, men who were born with great power believed they could cage darkness itself. Now, most of whom get that what she said in the second sentence was wrong get stuck on what I'm about to say. Okay? In the book, way back in the past time, at the end of the War of Power, times were desperate. Luce there and Telamon was a powerful challenge to lead the Aes Sedai. There were two plans that had some significant support that involved dealing with the Dark One directly because they were losing the actual battle by military force. Okay? The Aes Sedai crafted the Chosen Call, which are these giant sangreals. Basically, each one I think is I don't remember the exact size, but I think they were like the size of a small mountain or the size of a skyscraper each or something like that. They were huge. Okay, they just finished crafting them with the idea of using them to enhance their use of the One Power and defeat the Dark One by brute force. The forces of the Dark One overtook the city that had been built, but they didn't know that the Chosen Call existed, luckily, for the good guys. Otherwise, the Dark One would have got control of those things, and that would have been everything. Latra Posai Dekume, one of the most powerful female Aes Sedai, favored that plan of using the Chosen Call. Okay? Lews Therin did not think this plan was viable, that defeating the Dark One by brute force was impossible, that even if you could kill him, well, he wasn't sure that killing would actually work. Okay. Latra wanted to retake the capital city and then use the Chosen Call. Lews thought this made that plan even shakier and less possible to succeed. Times were desperate, so Lews Therin favored a plan that involved re-stealing the board. Latra blocked that plan, and she pretty much convinced the female channelers, at least those powerful enough to help Lews Therin, and his male channelers who were supporting him formed circles. She convinced them not to help him. Okay? Lews Therin and 100 companions, all male channelers, resealed the board of the 7 seals without the aid of any female channelers. So they only used Saidin and not Saidar. And some people will bring up, well, could Saidin have been tainted if the female channelers helped? The argument can go both ways. I personally favor the argument based on the events in the book that Saidin and Saidar would have protected each other from this, considering it states that the Dark One tainted Saidin after he was resealed, which means he had the power to do it even before he was resealed, logically speaking. Right? Since he had access to Saidin through all of his fall and his the channels reserved him. But that's a whole other issue. As I said, even those who don't get stuck and lost in the rage of Moraine's third line and the blaming men for the breaking of the world still missed a larger issue with the second sentence. And it's not the issue where the plan that Lews Therin had didn't have any female support or whatever. Okay? The issue is what happened at the end of the series. Okay? And again, complete book spoilers here. End of the series spoilers here. If you don't want to happen in the last book, stop right here. Right? 1, 2, 3. The series ends with Rand resealing the Dark One and closing the board properly. Let me restate that. The book ends, the Dark One is defeated by Rand when he reseals the board properly. He realizes the Dark One cannot be killed because he himself is part of the reality the Creator planned, even necessary for it. The Dark One needs to be imprisoned and existing inside his prison for reality to function. He's some sort of fundamental force that Rand realizes, and Jordan leaves it vague enough so you understand it's beyond human comprehension. Now, to be 100% honest, Rand did go into that final battle expecting to have to kill him, but to experience that battle and in a fundamental aspect of reality, he knows that his original idea of imprisonment is the proper way. So what does fake Moraine's statement mean? Well, there are 2 equally bad ideas that it indicates. 1, Rafe Junkins never actually read the books, so he has no idea how it ended, and therefore is simply fake Moraine speaking out of her ass. Okay? 2, Rafe Junkins read the books, like he claims, and thinks that he knows better than Robert Jordan plans to end the TV differently than Jordan did for the books. I mean, you guys could come to your own conclusions. I think they're both equally bad. So, 7 seconds in, not even the 18 seconds that most people get caught up with the intersectional bullshit that fake Moraine said at 18 seconds with the arrogance. But 7 seconds in, we learned that this series was doomed because Rafe Junkins either deliberately is choosing to make a different ending, or he has no idea what the actual ending is. I mean, I guess there's a third possibility that Rafe is actually hiding his attempt to rewrite the Wheel of Time and change how it occurred and ended, and using a woke controversy to distract from the book audience. In which case, Amazoff has given Rafe William, $1 billion to make his own badly oversexed fanfiction into a multi-year TV series. Comment down below if you please. If you don't, if you have any questions for me or about this video, share this video if you will. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike. Subscribe if you'd like to hear more from me. My name is Matt. This has been Unbearable 73. Have a nice day, and I am out of here.